What is up, guys? It is KikiZilla101. Did she really have to start barking immediately? It is KikiZilla101 here yet again. So today we're going to be doing our second of 4 G-Fest haul toy reviews. And this is going to be none other than the Heisei Mothra Larva. Yeah! And this is the 6-inch version. I did get her slightly new, but other than that, she's in perfect condition. The only thing that's wrong with her is these, like, colors on the side of her, if you guys can see that. It's like some painting right there. That's really it. And then she's missing the tag, which you can kind of see the tag hole right there. But other than that, she is in perfect condition. And I am so glad I got this figure. I've been wanting a Mothra Larva for so long, and this is my favorite Mothra Larva, the Heisei one, because I love Heisei series, and she just looks the best. I don't like the Showa one, it's ugly, and I don't like Tokyo SOS. Just not a big fan of it. But I'm glad I got her. She is 6-inch scale, which you guys will get to see how to test that out once it's later on inside of the size comparison part of this video. But, yeah, so let's get into this video. I kind of have a funny story to tell with this one. If you guys haven't seen my G-Fest haul or trip video, then you guys might not know. But, I got her for 10 bucks, and there was actually this kid, I was, actually looking at, a Mechagodzilla Akira drill hand figure. It was $20. I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, I think I want to get this figure, and I put it down to look at a Gaios figure. This kid came barging in, grabbed it, picked it up, and, he gave it $20 to the dude and just walked off with it. And I was like, wow, that was great. And then he came back. I didn't even think to look at this figure because usually it's pretty expensive on eBay. And so I didn't even think it was going to be cheap. He comes over, picks it up, and he looks at it says $10 on the bottom. He puts it back down. And as immediately as he does that, I grabbed it. I'm like, okay, I'm taking that. Immediately, I'm like, I'm not risking to lose another figure. So I got this Mothra Larva for 10 bucks, which is a steal of a deal, people. Steal of a deal. This baby goes for $30 to $50 on average on eBay. And don't try to question me on that, because I know my crap. I've been on eBay for a long time. And my friend Cesar, or aka Godzilla Fan 40, has seen this one time. He saw a lot of 3 of them for $15, and he didn't have any money at the time, so he couldn't pick it up. But it got taken, so that sucked. But yeah, there's definitely steals and deals you can find out there. So if you do, she is so worth it, so worth it. So let's just get onto the review. And let's just knock this right out of the park, starting off with articulation, because it's super easy, because she really doesn't have any. Which she doesn't need to. The only articulation she has is this head, which barely moves, as you guys can see. It can turn about as much as that. As you can see, the body is flat right there. It can turn about that much, and turn about that much there. You can probably turn it all the way around. However, I'm not going to dare to, because I don't want to break my figure. It's irregularly shaped, so it might pop out if I move it too much. So I suggest you do the same and do not move her. Unless you want to stop motion, you just barely want to nudge her like this and just kind of have her wobble, move like that. That's okay, but I really would not suggest moving her, because you really don't need her to move. If you want something to move, like, accurate little things all apart, go get an SH Monsters figure. However, that's articulation. Now for detail, actually let's just get paint job out of the way. So for paint job, her model herself is made out of this brown paint, as you can see right here at the front. Now let's move this light right here so that you guys can get a better view of all this. So that's her main color right there, as you can see. And then there's this caramel goldish color, as you can see there, along her back and on her belly. But it's more goldish. It's hard to see on the camera, but it actually is more goldy than the top. There's less brown in it, it's more gold. It does kind of go back towards its goldish caramel roots up towards here, but it's really goldy towards the bottom. And then there's the same brown back here that there is on her face. And then there's black. There's an actual black line. It's not movie accurate. It's not movie accurate at all. She was pretty much just all this color in the movie. But this paint job does give her a nice look, and I do like it. I really honestly do. And it's barely even noticeable. It just kind of makes it look like a shadow almost. So it kind of gives it a dynamic look, which is really cool. But her eyes, as you can see, are blue. It's just very cool. It does have a little bit of paint bleed right there, as you can see on the side, but that's no biggie. Her mouth is black, her little jaws there, and that's pretty much all the paint on this figure. But that's all she needs. I really do like this paint job. So that's pretty much that for that. But as for detail, let's zoom in here and focus. There we go. As you can see, all the Bandai stuff there at the bottom. And you can see her little arms right there. All the little wrinkles down here. It does get flat near the wording, which kind of sucks. But it is missing suction cups right here and there, as you can see. Which is weird, very odd. I don't get why they're missing them right there. I don't get why Bandai does these weird, stupid things, but oh well. It's no biggie. I mean, it's just at the bottom. You're going to be looking at her like this most of the time, so it really doesn't matter. And then it's actually got all the little bristles along here, which is very nicely detailed. I'm very happy with that they did that. The back of her tail isn't that detailed, but it doesn't really need to be. It's very smooth. She does actually have the outlines of her jaw, if you can barely see it there. It is kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's easier to see in real life. Or in person, I should say. It actually does have a little silver marking right there on her mouth. I need to try to get rid of that as well. Her eyes are actually, they do bump up. You can feel them in there. You can kind of see it. And her wrinkles and everything. So, very nice. Very, very nice figure. I'm very, very happy with it. Alright, so that's pretty much that for her, herself. And so we're going to jump on to the size comparison portion of this video, which is going to be pretty extensive because you guys probably want to get a good, good idea. That's what I was looking for. That's the word. Good idea of how she's going to size up. So that should be good right there. And alright, so we're going to start off with Godzilla 1954 because I don't have the 64 Godzilla that fought her or was with her inside of Destroy All Monsters, any of those Godzillas. This is the closest Showa one that I have. So she sizes up pretty good. This is Bandai Creations on one, but the Bandai one is the exact same size, so it's going to be the same size comparison, so whichever one you have. And then, if you're wondering, height-wise, there you go. So, that's that. That's also how, if you have that figure, or you have the next figure I'm going to show you, which is her actual counterpart, the Heisei Godzilla, the way you make sure that she's 6-inch is she'll just be taller than him. She'll be like 7 inches tall, and her head goes up to his knee, right there. That's how you tell if she's 6-inch line, which this is a 6-inch line figure. However, disclaimer, real quick, if you guys are looking for one to pair with your Battra, this one is not going to size well, because Battra is actually an 8-inch line figure, and there is an 8-inch line Heisei Mothra, with Larva, which you're going to want to get if you have the Battra Larva. That's just a quick disclaimer right there. But yeah, this is how he sizes up to her, which is nice, and he can even recreate that scene where she bites onto his tail. Dang it. It was wrong. So yeah, that's that. So she sizes up pretty well with him. Very accurate. And then we're just going to go on to my 6-inch line Rainbow Mothra. I love this Mothra. She is great size. She is bigger than Mothra's body, the Imago Mothra, which is also adult form slash winged form, whatever you want to call it, but it's technically called Imago. And yeah, so she sizes up very well with that. This isn't the same Mothra, of course. It is a Heisei Mothra, but it's Rainbow Mothra, so. But either way, if you have this figure, it's going to size up very well with that, if you're wondering. Then we're going to do some Ghidorah, that's technically how you say it. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, size comparisons of some of her counterparts inside of that movie. Move the light over here a bit. You can see that it sizes up pretty well with King Ghidorah, the Heisei King Ghidorah. This is the one I have. This is the more common one most people have compared to the Showa one. But I'm pretty sure it sizes up pretty well to that one as well, if you're wanting to do a recreation of those guys. And I have the Fire Rodan, which this is the memorial box version, which I found out just recently thanks to Cesar Chavez, aka Godzilla Fan 40. I did not know this guy was the memorial box edition before, so that kind of makes him a whole lot more valuable. But anyways, as you guys can see, right here, that they size up pretty well together. For that scene that she rides on his back, there you go. You can get that. It looks pretty good. In my opinion, they look very accurate. So she pairs very well with Rodan, which is good. And then my final one that I have is Anguirus from Final Wars. From Showa Anguirus, and I meant to say Destroy All Monsters. But this is a pretty decent size comparison as well. This is just kind of like a random size comparison. But, yeah. So, overall, she is a very, very good figure. I highly, highly recommend, if you can find her for a good price, that she is worth it. The prices that I would say to get her for is around 30 bucks. I think that's what she's worth at the most if she has a tag and she's brand new. 30 bucks. Now, like I say in a lot of my videos, I don't think tags are worth the extra money. Like, there was my next figure, which I'm going to review, which, hint, hint, wink, wink, is a Space Godzilla figure. Then there was one that was $35, but I got one for $20, and $35, this one was brand new, and that one was brand new, but that one had the tag. I don't think the tag is worth an extra 10 bucks, in my opinion. It's just a little flap of paper. I mean, I get some people want to collect it, but I don't think it's worth that. But anyways, for brand new with tag, she's definitely worth $30. But if you can find less than that, then she's absolutely worth it. So pick her up. I love the hell out of this figure. I'm so glad I got it. Now I don't have to. Now the only other Mothra I want to get is GMK Mothra, and so once I get her, then I won't have to try to find any more Mothra figures. I'm so glad about that because I'm not a big Mothra fan. And I just wanted to get them for my collection. And, so yeah. But that's all I can say, really. Just go out and get her. She's great. She's great. I love this Mothra. So, if you guys are wondering, about my Battra, if you have seen my, Battra Imago figure that I got for G-Fest, from G-Fest, if you guys are wanting a size comparison from that guy, he's still in the box. I'm going to unbox him inside of his review, which would be coming out pretty soon. So if you do want to see a size comparison with her to him, then, which he is an 8-inch scale figure, but just in case you do want to see that, you're gonna have to watch it on my review that comes out for him, which once I do that, I will put a link to it in the description, just in case like you watch this way down the road and it's not easily found on my channel's homepage. So yeah, there you go. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do like this video, please click that like button below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.